go. You know you're not supposed to be north.
Very cool. Usually I would say hands down one of the coolest companies, but this is probably hands up. So,
fingers, yeah.
So anyway, Bruce Taragin from Blumberg Capital, and I'm back with our non-French speaking Gideon.
I can pretend.
iTech. And actually I noticed you had over there EyeSight. I mean, what's the accurate name? I wasn't sure.
EyeSight Technologies. Yeah.
EyeSight Technology, okay. Yeah. So very, very cool stuff. It's great to meet. Tell me a little bit about kind of how you got started and...
Yeah. So EyeSight is per se a software company going on for a few years. A lot of R&D, a lot of PhDs in the machine vision or computational, not computational photography, machine vision, algorithms, very deep embedded algorithms that are very efficient. And we developed blocks that can be used in many different areas. We took them to natural user interaction, scene analysis, user analytics, which we are in all these areas today. And we started with the kind of interaction you see there. We evolved, and I'm going to tell you about some new things that are coming out shortly. And we're shipping in millions of devices already.
Who are some of your current partners that you guys are working with and using the product?
So today we have two levels of customers and partners. One are the chip companies or the sensor companies. So we work with the likes of AMD running on the GPU. So AMD gesture control is EyeSight. ARM on their GPUs have gesture control, which is EyeSight. We work with some of the leading camera manufacturers from the Valley and Asia. And then we work with the consumer electronics. So you have devices today in the market from Lenovo, Toshiba, Philips, HP, TCL, ZTE, Oppo, many different brands that are bringing this kind of interaction as part of the devices, and these are all enabled by EyeSight today.
Maybe you can talk to some of the key milestones you guys achieved both technologically and just in the market, and maybe you're touching on some of that. And then what do you kind of hope to achieve going forward over the next 12 to 24 months?
So I think when you bring a user experience, actually, although we're a machine vision company, at the end of the day, it's all around user experience and user interaction. And to get to the level that you are not only selected by Lenovo, AMD, or Toshiba and pass their QA tests and performance, but really be accepted by the users is a big challenge. And through the time, first of all, the technology has matured a lot. And I would say today we are beyond most of our competitors that are becoming fewer and fewer through either acquisitions or not getting enough market traction because of quality. I would say we are the number one in terms of design wins and revenue and everything. So it's getting to this robustness, one. And today we have, through even a normal, if you come and visit me through a very old Lenovo, it's like 3 pixels, finger tracking, extremely accurate, extremely fast, that some companies show in very expensive hardware. We are able to show a more accurate experience with software only. And on top of that, we developed user experience layers. So today within Android or within Windows, we give actually a virtual kind of overlay on top of the application. So when you raise your finger, you don't just get a cursor, you get a magical experience. And we see that both the OEMs and the consumers embrace it.
And so, what does the future look like over the next 12 or 24 months? What are some of the key things you want to achieve, and anything you can, what can you share with the audience?
So actually we are diversifying. In some of the projects today, we are, especially in the living room environment, we supply both three things. We supply the software for the kind of natural user interaction. There's a camera there already, so we provide content analysis. So we actually provide analytics to the content owners of how many users are in the room. So in the living room, we don't give images, we don't give face recognition, so we don't say who it is, but we can say at 8 p.m. there were 3 people in the room, 2 of them were male, 1 was female, and the age range. And this is valuable information, and that's something we are now monetizing as well. And on top of that, we are going in, we are
By the way, you could probably sell that to parents.
I can sell it.
I'd love to know how much time my kids are spending on their, downstairs watching TV and on they tell me they're studying, but now we know.
Yeah, so we have today a project, I cannot say the name yet, but it's the largest content provider in China. Just to give you an idea of the scale, their own production companies, 15% of the cinema revenue of China goes through them. It's like the Netflix of China, and they subsidize equipment, so they would sell the TVs with a subscription, so they would sell a 70-inch TV for $1,400 or a set-top box for free with a subscription. Over there, we give 5-meter finger interaction, we sell the camera, and we provide user analytics on the back. So very valuable and very, very strong proposition from that point of view. Going forward, we're actually about to embark on 2 new adventures. One of them, both are pretty secretive, but anyway,
or amongst, this is Mishpacha.
everyone here signed an NDA anyway.
Yes.
And
stays in the room, right?
so one is that we actually integrated all our code in all the Apple development tools. So within a few weeks, any Apple device,
I think you're allowed to say that company name in this building.
Any non-Microsoft.
All right, much better, much better.
So we actually integrated the code, and any iPad, iPhone, or Mac can become basically a Kinect. Just to give you an idea here, somehow.
Can we show folks, by the way,
So do you know the game engine of, let me just stop this thing, of Apple? It's called SpriteKit. So they are taking a lot from Unity. They have their own game engine now. So actually this is a SpriteKit small app that was developed by one of our guys. Maybe you hold it. And basically it's going to, can you hear me okay?
hard? Here, I'll hold the microphone.
Thank you. This is my beautiful assistant.
Thank you.
Bruce.
Bruce, a.k.a. Vanna.
Yeah, hee-haw. So basically what we have here is a small app. It just tracked my hand. There's depth here, as you can maybe see from, actually we provide depth with a depth with a single...
Can we make the audience disappear? That would be cool.
Yeah. So
for our next trick.
There's a depth here with a single camera. There's a physical engine for rotation. And basically we open that as a single line of code for the world. We're already working with a handful of developers. And we're going to launch few apps. We are not an app developer, but there'll be a great Mac app and some iOS apps coming with this kind of API SDK.
I know we're going to run out of time, so let's open it up for questions from the audience.
But I have another one quick
Please.
Surprise. The other thing is...
I was going to finish with that, but okay there we
no,
go.
so go ahead.
He's going to take it out of the box.
You go ahead.
Any questions from the group?
I can speak forever. Software only. Yeah. So we use any camera. We do today projects with a single, simple cheap camera to high-end infrared or stereoscopic, but we're agnostic from that point of view.
So the device should have a camera.
Sure.
You ready to open up the box? We have a surprise.
So yeah, so the next thing we're doing actually, and we'll launch it in about a month. We looked at what we're doing today in the living room environment. We see all the excitement around smart home and Internet of Things, but there's a lot of fragmentation and so many devices and so many apps. And we see what we are bringing around user analytics. So we created a device that I have a mock-up here. Hold on. Something like that. And actually, this is not working, but I have a working board here. And
aren't there free samples outside for everyone?
Yeah. And we're going to launch it soon. This is how shall I define? It has a name. It's going to be basically controlling through wireless interaction all your devices in your living room. So this will already interacts with your TV, your Comcast, your DirecTV, your Apple TV, your TiVo, basically anything that has a remote in infrared, Bluetooth, or Wi-Fi. This is an LCD screen, so when you raise your hand, it will tell you I'm now controlling my Apple TV or my Nest or my Philips Hue. So this is becoming And there was an interesting article in Gizmodo a week ago. I forgot the name of the journalist. And he said something like, the essence of home automation is automation. And taking out the phone out of my pocket every time I want to automate something doesn't work. I want the house to sense me. And this is what we brought. So we took this amazing algorithm we have and packaged it in a way that you don't need to install anything on the set-top box or the TV. It works at night. It's an infrared illuminator here. And we already have manufacturing partners around that. And we're going to launch it soon. The BOM is very low. We don't have any, because we're software only, there's no bespoke hardware. It's all off the shelf, and it's the special magical glue that glues these together. So I expect everyone in the room to purchase two. It will be sub $100, so very attractive to the consumers.
I know we need to wrap up, but get on any asks from the audience?
Love us.
Hey,
TLC.
there you go. Thanks, Gideon. Thank you.
Cheers.